Being that we're all working in the post-pandemic era and have all sort of become accustomed to the idea of virtual teams or at least hybrid teams, we we were curious about what some of the research asserted prior to the widespread utilization of virtual teams at the onset of the pandemic. Researchers were already growing fascinated with all the implications of virtual collaboration in the workforce. In the article 10 Years, 10 Themes, and 10 Opportunities by Martins, Gilson, and Menard, they presented their findings, which stemmed from a review of emerging virtual team research in order to analyze the trends and make future recommendations. A lot of the themes suggested that researchers at the time were interested in drivers of VT effectiveness, some of the barriers created by technology, and especially like the relationships that were formed, considering the diversity of the team, trust, and then other ways to enhance virtual team success. A lot of the research was focused on geographic dispersion, the varying skills of technology or skills that individual team members had in technology, team structure, communication, and performance. Interestingly, while we would expect that dependence on technology could be a barrier, this research found that virtual teams were able to overcome these challenges as they grew more accustomed to working in this sort of environment when compared to face-to-face teams. With virtual teams, organizations are able to work collaboratively with experts around the globe. Still, at the time of before the pandemic, it was still more common for organizations to require employees to be physically present, and remote work was seen as an exception. A lot of the recommendations made by the authors were still in the exploratory phases, and they saw a need for anticipating these dynamics for the future of virtual teams.